Okay, last week I celebrated achieving 100% of the benchmark I set for myself at work by making a steak and a salad with organic tomatoes. Today, I celebrated the success by pulling out this boulder. Very large boulder. You might be wondering, how big is that boulder? Because this is like the proverbial fish that got away, except it did not get away. So, it was roughly, as I shake the camera, about 11, about almost, well, when I measured it, yeah. Oh, wait. This is where I'm measuring it. This actually is of no real value whatsoever, but we'll say it's about 16, 11 by 16 by about 10. So 16 times 10 is 160. 160 times 11, well, 160 times 10 would be 1160, and then add the 160, so about 1760. And that actually is absolutely meaningless because that's not the volume of this thing. But if I put this in a bathtub and then measured the volume of the water in the bathtub and then how much was displaced from it, like if, say, the bathtub had a volume of 20 milliliters, and then put the rock in and it rose by another 30 to 50 milliliters, then I could subtract 30 from 50 and say the rock, or excuse me, 20 from 50 and say that the rock had a volume of about 30 milliliters. But I'm not going to do that because this rock was a nightmare after chiseling this thing with a crowbar to get it out. And now I have 2 feet. I now have 2 feet in my hole. 2 feet, but I had to chisel this thing out with a crowbar. And then I had to use a ladder. I had to get this thing up on a ladder and then use leverage to get the thing out of the ground. And then, what do I have to celebrate after getting that hole down to 2 feet? Another hole. And then another hole followed by that hole. And then another hole followed by that hole. Life was just a series of digging one hole after another. I don't know what the moral of this was, but there's no way, not in the name of math or anything else, that I'm going to put that rock in a bathtub of water. But in theory, that's what I would do. But I really don't need to know the volume of that rock, to be honest. I really don't.